Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mulligan's Island on, get this, a Thursday night. What is going on Mulligan's Island? Thank you for being with us. My cohort, Rudy B, is here. In fact, it's his house. He can't leave. And thanks for letting me crash it. And speaking of crashing parties, we've got the ultimate party crasher here with us. His name is Michael Charles, and he's going to be occupying this seat right here. And we plan on having a wonderful time tonight. You guys are going to love Michael's songs. Not sure you're going to like his jokes so much, but you're going to love his songs. Sorry, I got to razz him from the start, because believe me, he will get even with me. It's great to have you with us, Rudy. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, it's really going to be fun. So how do you say Michael Charles? Yeah, I am. How do you say Michael Charles in Spanish?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he may be known to the world as Michael Charles, but on our show, he is known as Miguel Carlos.
Oh,
so stay tuned.
Good.
Yeah, very sexy.
It just sounds so good.
So we're going to do one more song because Michael, one thing, he sent over a little contract in the fine print that said that he demanded an opening act. So that's all we're here for. We're just here to open up for Miguel Carlos tonight. Let's start off with this song right here.
2, 3.
Any fishermen out there? The classifieds spread across your coffee table with a circle drawn around some ad says boat for sale. Now she's a fisherman's dream and all you've ever talked about. But you take a swig, shake your head, and cross it out. Too much wishing and not enough fishing. Too many days saying maybe someday while the clock keeps ticking. You gotta say it now, every now and then, or you'll wind up like my friend, doing too much wishing and not enough fishing. Rudy. On Dock B, that little boat sits in a slip. Sign's been up for a week or so, but no bites yet. Yeah, she needs a little work, but at this price, what a steal. Till your wife says, honey, wait for a better deal. Back to too much wishing and not enough fishing. Too many days saying maybe someday while the clock keeps ticking. You gotta say it now, every now and then, or you're gonna wind up, my friend, doing too much wishing and not enough fishing. Now ever since the day we met, you've been talking about that big dream. Now all these years have come and gone, and still the same routine. Always not now, later on, if I could, man, I would. Story never changed till your sign says sold and your story's getting old. So there you go again, still wishing. Too enough nows, too many thens, too many whys and not enough whens, and too much wishing and not enough fishing. So cast your line, reel one in, or your story just might end with too much wishing and not enough fishing. Too much wishing and not enough fishing. Rudy B, great job. Yeah. So nice to have you guys with us tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, can we announce our special guest tonight and welcome him to the stage. He forgot his sombrero, but he looks damn good in it. It is Miguel Carlos. Look at this old man here. How are ya? It's good to see you.
Doing good. How are you?
That's actually not Michael Jones. This is actually the paper boy who just dropped off a paper.
Cabana boy. Let's go there. Yeah. I know you said that I require an opening act. That was the second best opening act I've ever had.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they really like the guy who juggles with the little cat that runs through the hoop. His applause.
It's going to be a long, long night on Mulligan's Island. I recommend if Sonny Jim's on doing a show, switch over to his right now. Don't go to Kelly's.
You know, I grew up in Denver, and right now the Broncos are playing. I can tell you, this is a better show right here.
Yeah. Well, Michael, I know you brought in some real tear-jerking songs today.
I did.
You guys get your tissues ready. It's going to be
The one
very
about
emotional.
chimichangas really gets me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, sing us a song.
All right, this is a song. I actually wrote this on the roof of the Marriott in New Orleans on Canal Street. And I was standing up there, and I was watching the boats go by.
Okay.
And I figured, you know what? Every day that you get to watch the boats go by is a good day.
I like
Here
that.
it is. My dad was not a sailor. Grandpa never put his feet in the sand. But ever since I was a little boy, I never was happy on dry land. Teacher asked me what I wanted to be. I said I want to be by the sea. He said that's not an occupation. I said yeah, that's my destination. And now I'm watching The boats go by, making friends with the clouds in the sky, sipping on a smooth Mai Tai, watching the boats go by, 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 by. The boats go by, 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 by. The boats go by. Now here's some of the jobs I've had. I tried crab boat fishing, I tried lottery wishing, I tried bartending and swabbing the deck. But I was made for calmer water, so a life of leisure is what I get. I like hanging out, you know. They call me beachside photographer, armchair oceanographer, and chief sommelier of bad rum. With the title that I like the most is Bonafide Certified Beach Bum. And now I'm watching the boats go by, making friends with the clouds in the sky. March set to island time, watching the boats go by, 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 by. The boats go by, 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 by. The boats go by. I met a girl on the island. I think that she might be the one. She's got a style all her own. She marches to the beat of her own steel drum. No one gets her quite like I do. She's like a perfect callaloo. A little salty, a little sweet. She makes the silent boy complete. And now I'm watching the boats go by, making friends with the clouds in the sky, sitting with her hand in mine, watching the boats go by, by, by. The boats go by, 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 by. The boats go by. Hey, Rudy B, why don't you try some? And now I'm watching the boats go by, making friends with the clouds in the sky, sipping on a smooth Mai Tai, watching the boats go by, 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 by. The boats go by, 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 by. Watch that the island time, sipping on a smooth Mai Tai, sitting with her hand in mine, watching the boats go by, by. Watching the boats go by, watching the boats go by.
Yeah, Michael, very cool.
Thank you. That's called Boats.
Very cool, Michael. So we met, what, about 3 years ago?
Yeah, might be going on 4, yeah. 3
I
years
love
ago.
it. And Michael is kind of a mainstay now at Parrot Grande, the big Parrot Head
Yep,
Festival.
I was just a parakeet. Now I'm a full-blown parrot.
He is,
Look at
and
that.
it's nice to have Michael on board. This is shocking, I know. Some of you are adjusting your color on your screens because there actually is an individual on my show who not only has hair, or doesn't even have gray hair. This guy has brown hair, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him.
Your TV
Big
does
applause.
not need to be adjusted at this moment.
Michael, enjoy, because one day this is going to happen to you.
Oh, or none. I mean, have you seen my father? Other option.
Yes, yes. Hey, so we got a request. We got a couple of requests. Tom, I'm going to get to yours a little later in the show. And Jeff Price, it's nice to have you watching us from here in Arizona. This is a song that our buddy, Kelly McGuire, wrote. Have you met Kelly?
Oh, yeah, I've met Kelly.
Yeah, cool. Well, this is an early song of his that he let me record, and it so well describes how you felt just about a week ago when you were in Hawaii.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you didn't really want to get back, did you?
No, did not want to come back. You know,
Well-
you save up for so long. You go. You know what you call it when you save up for a Hawaiian vacation?
Oh, no.
Layaway.
Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves.
You know what? I thought I was going to get a big laugh. I just got aloha.
That's all you got.
Folks, it does not get better. I'm sorry. It does not get better.
I've never missed Bob Carwin so much. Michael Charles makes Bob Carwin look subtle. Kelly McGuire wrote it, but you guys are going to sing along with it. And even Michael Charles is going to help us with some la-la-las in this song. From a weekend paradise I got used to holding you close every night. So we come down from the clouds and touch the ground. You're squeezing my hand so tight. But paradise is behind us, where we learned less is really more. And all we needed was each other. Then what are we coming back for? Let's sing it now. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We can snorkel for free, or just hang out on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. This big old city's so full of people, buzzing around like flies, all stressed out in their everyday world, dressed up in their suits and ties, trying to achieve the next level with a bonus. They can buy that new car or a big house just to keep the family. They think those things are who they are. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and Michael, here's your part. La 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 la. Take it, Michael.
La 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 la. Is that how that goes? La 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 la. Now in Spanish. La 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 la.
He's bilingual, folks. Now we were suffering from a delusion. We could leave all this behind. No choice to collect our baggage. Get ready for that 9-to-5 grind. As we lugged our way to the exit, I could see the question in her eyes. So I answered with a smile, grabbed her hand. Next plane back to paradise. Right on, girl. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Come on, let's sing it now, Michael. You can do it. Let's
Turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. You can snorkel for free, or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun.
Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn
Around and run.
Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's
Turn around and run. You know, if only I had you on my math test when I was back at school to give me the answers. That would have helped.
Well, Miguel Carlos, what have you got in mind for us?
What do I got? Well, you talked about Kelly. You talked about Para Grande. And, you know, it's a it's a really tight-knit community. So the second that I went to Para Grande, you guys all were so good to me. And we've had a lot of good times together, some of which I remember, some of which I don't. So here's a song. Here's a song for the nights that we don't remember. And the ones we'll never forget.
I like this. I like where this is going.
It was a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday the last time we went out. We had a good, bad, okay time. Of that, there is no doubt. The waitress asked us table or patio. We chose one, I think. Then we went to the bar and we ordered up a vodka tequila rum drink. Cheers to the nights we can't remember. Cheers to the ones we always forget. If you can't remember what you said, then you can't regret. This might be our last night out, but there'll be more, I bet. Here's to the nights that we can't remember and the ones we haven't had yet. Now we had a happy or sad conversation while we were sitting or standing. And Bobby or Donnie or Sammy or John just were not understanding. And then I saw Rudy or Mark or Sammy, or maybe it was one of the others. And then I got all confused again that the Jonas Lawrence Band aren't brothers. Did you know they're different than the Jonas Brothers? I didn't know that. Cheers to the nights you can't remember. Cheers to the ones we always forget. If you can't remember what you said, you cannot regret. This might be our last night out, but we'll have more, I bet. Here's to the nights that you can't remember and the ones we haven't had yet. When we hopped on a plane or a boat or a train to my next port of call, and I woke up with no pants on the corner of Green and Duval. According to my stories on Instagram, I didn't cause too much harm. But I wish I got the number of the beautiful women on my left and my right arm. It was Key West. I think they were women. Cheers to the nights you can't remember. Cheers to the ones we always forget. If you can't remember what you said, then you cannot regret. This might be our last night out, but we'll have more, I bet. Here's to the nights that you can't remember and the ones we haven't had yet. The nights that you can't remember and the ones we haven't had yet.
I love it, Michael. What a great song.
Thank you.
I love it. So you're playing stuff tonight. I know you have one full CD and new stuff.
I do, yeah. So the new CD is kicking off. In fact, today I just got back the first track.
Really?
So we'll make sure we play that today.
I
sure.
love it.
Yeah.
Good, Michael. Congratulations. And there's going to be a full album?
It's going to be a second full album. So the first album is called Songs from the Castaway. You can find it everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, all those places.
Well, very good. And I know you had a song that had real success that you wrote with Bob Carwin. I'm hoping we hear that one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
We'll definitely be playing that.
Boy, you and Bob Carwin in the same room must just be exhausting.
Yeah. Our wives would agree.
Well, very cool.
I know.
Hey, I want to say hi to Gord Cook watching us up in Alberta. You know the cool thing about Gord? He came to a Facebook show from my backyard bar, and a couple days later I got a message from Gord, and he says, hey, you know that house of yours out, that rental house out in San Carlos? I want to move into it. So Gord, next week, who's watching our show tonight, has never lived in San Carlos, he is going to head down and become a 6-month resident in San Carlos, and we're looking forward to getting him down there. It's such a fun town, Gord. You're going to absolutely love it. We're actually kicking things off in San Carlos with a welcome back event on October 24th. That's next Thursday. Seaside Realty is bringing me in to welcome everybody back, as we always do. It's going to be a great year in Mexico. My Mexico season actually starts Monday in Rocky Point with a house concert in Las Conchas, hosted by my friends Charlie and Claudia Leclerc, open to the public. Tuesday, I'll head down to Keno Bay, and then Thursday, we'll do the welcome back party in San Carlos. So
And Friday's a pajama day, because that's a lot of work.
yes, it is. Well, very good. And Tom, I see you've also got a request for Michael here, so we're going to get that one in too. But I want to throw in a song for Penny. Penny just made us a request, and
I think I saw that. Yes, I saw it.
And Penny, thank you for the request on this one. Penny, it's been a few months since we saw you on our tour up in Utah. Thanks for joining us tonight for this show, and thanks for requesting this song. I get messages from people all the time when something kind of bad is going on. I've got two of those messages the last 2 days. My buddy Kurt Willman, who's watching the show, and Kathy Ferralli, who was stuck sitting in traffic on her way to Meeting the Minds, sending me notes today saying, I get to do this. Well, we're going to sing a song that goes with their awesome attitudes right now. 2, 3. I got to. Those 3 words I grumble just like you. Saying I got to. I sigh and dread those things I gotta do. Gotta get up every morning. I gotta fight rush hour traffic. Gotta do that 9 to 5 thing. Gotta pay my taxes. I don't want to. I got to. Then it hits me just when I think I got it pretty bad. How many folks would gladly take those burdens off my back? That big list of I got to's that belongs to me and you has got a few things on it others wish they got to do. And a little voice says it's a choice. You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I get to go to work and put in a good 8 hours. Get to cash a paycheck, get to have a job. Instead of looking for work or getting laid off. Sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. Now a dozen times you circled around that jam-packed parking lot. But half a mile away, that's where you found the closest empty spot. Here comes that old I got to about how far you gotta walk as the car door slams behind you and you stomp off down the block. Now there you go. Don't you know? You can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I get to stretch my legs and get some exercise. 'Cause I guarantee there's someone else out there who'd give anything to ditch that wheelchair. She'd gladly walk twice as far as you. So you can say I got to, or you can say I get to. I know it's just 1 letter out of 3, but take that O and change it to E. Instead of saying I got to, try saying I get to. And a lot of things might not seem all that bad. That traffic jam ain't backed up quite so far. When you say I'm blessed, I get to own a car. And those property taxes I gotta pay. Because I get to go home to a house each day. You'll see things from a different point of view when you quit saying I got to, start saying I get to. Instead of I got to, I get to. No more I got to, I'm gonna say I get to. Hey Michael, so do you. Rudy, you do too. We all get to. All right. Thank you, Penny, for the request on that one, and thank you for everybody.
Well, I'm happy I get to be on here with you guys.
Well, very cool, Michael. I love it. I love it. It's great to have you back. This is Michael's second and final appearance on our show. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. We'll get him back here again. But Michael, what do you got for us? You've got a request already from one of your
we've
fans
got a couple
out there.
requests out there. First thing I want to say is if you want to find me, you're going to find me linked here. You're going to find me linked on YouTube. Check out michaelcharlescountry.com, and that's where you're going to find kind of the portal to everything Michael Charles. I'm on all the different platforms. Got to make sure we get our infomercial in here. By the way, the ShamWow is available for $19.95 in 3 designer colors.
I want to know, you're on platforms. What kind of shoes are those?
Oh, really? Heels.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But
Michael's a little shy about announcing his merchandise.
all of my merchandise.
hey, Michael, just out of curiosity,
yes.
Your last CD, what's the price on it? How much is your CD?
$10.
Mine is $9.98, folks. I just want to let you know it's a tough economy. Every penny counts.
Yep.
Just think about that when you're making
You
a
can
choice.
put mine on layaway.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Bob Carwin.
Yes.
So I texted Bob a while ago. I'm like, Bob, I'm so excited. I wrote the first song about Parrot Grande. And he says, no, you didn't, Michael. And I have cats who are older than you.
That sounds like Bob.
So that led to a larger conversation. And I said, I'm looking to do an album, looking to do some songs, and I want to do it with the best and brightest of trop rock. They all blew me off. Would you like to do a song? I'm kidding. Bob was super great. He was the first person I thought of on this particular song. I told him I was a little stuck. He wrote a bridge that I still forget how to play every single time. But Tom did me a solid and requested that song, of course. But no, it's been a big hit. Tom, thank you so much for listening to it, for loving it. Had a really cool thing happen end of July. I log in one day. Now, I think we all know all the money comes from people buying our CDs. Go buy Mark's CDs. Buy them digitally. Because when you get them, yep. Because when you get them on Spotify, we make you probably make a whole $5 a year if 1 million people listen. But I looked in it, and we had 2,000 listens that weekend because Drinkin' Buddy made it onto Jimmy Buffett Radio. So that was awesome on Spotify. So anyway, here's a song out to you, Tom, called Drinkin' Buddy. Everyone needs a drinking buddy, the kind of friend never lets you down. When the waters are rough, when the going gets tough, they'll order you another round. Sometimes life is crazy. It'll hit you in the coconuts. If you ever need a drinking buddy, hit me up. Had a friend who lost his job, 10 years to the company store. I went and invited him out to remind him what he's fighting for. We hatched a little idea on a bottle of Smirnoff. Last week, he sold that startup to Microsoft. Sometimes you need a drinking buddy to kick it off. Everyone needs a drinking buddy, the kind of friend never lets you down. When the waters are rough, when the going gets tough, they'll order you another round. Sometimes life is crazy. It'll hit you in the coconuts. If you ever need a drinking buddy, hit me up. Had a friend whose marriage went south. After 15 years, I went and invited him out for a couple of beers. And I sent over the bottle of wine they had on their wedding night. And they fell in love all over again in the Pabst Blue neon light. Sometimes you need a drinking buddy to make it all right. Everyone needs a drinking buddy, the kind of friend never lets you down. Waters are rough, when the going gets tough, they'll order you another round. Sometimes life is crazy. It'll hit you in the coconuts. If you ever need a drinking buddy, hit me up. Well, if you want to buy a bar or a classic car or a boat down in Belize, don't worry, buddy, we can make it work. We'll be living the life of ease. I told the waitress at the bar, you're a big rock star. 'cause she got a friend for me. So I'll go get us another round, 'cause it's a little bit early. I got the bridge this time. Everyone needs a drinking buddy, the kind of friend never lets you down. When the waters are rough, when the going gets tough, they'll order you another round. Sometimes life is crazy, it'll hit you in the coconuts. If you ever need a drinking buddy, hit me up. If you ever need a drinking buddy, hit us up. That's called Drinking Buddy. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah. What a great song. So, and congratulations on the radio success
Thank
of
you.
that one.
That was super cool. Yeah.
So that song came out after your first album. This is going to be on the upcoming album, or is it a
is.
single?
Yep, it's going to be on the
I love
upcoming
it.
album. It's available as a single. You can get it. But yeah, it's going to be on the new album.
When is the new album, which is priced 2 cents higher than mine, coming out?
That's true. But
Every
it's
penny counts.
double the value for 2 cents. His is produced in Mexico, so he's able to really cut the costs.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you. Well, what you're witnessing tonight is a price war.
That's right.
Hey, you know what? And in just a little while, Rudy, I'm going to have you play a song too, because Jason Cunningham is out there and he's on his treadmill, and he had a song he wanted to hear. I'm going to give it a couple songs.
Oh, you should, because he'd like to hear Whiskey Heartbreak too.
Oh yeah, we got that too. We got all of Michael's fans. Dina's out there. Dina was the first person to respond when I said I got roped into doing this show with Michael Charles. She was the first one to respond, saying that she's was really psyched about it.
That's
and I wrote
awesome.
it back.
Thank you.
And I wrote it back and said, "Don't get your hopes up. It's all about low expectations."
Can
on
only do what we
Mulligan's
can do.
Island.
I'm just here for the eye candy. That's all it is.
Your eye candy. Wow. All right. Well, let's see here. Rudy. Maybe we gotta get another song.
Next song called How.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You know what? Tom Copeland, I believe you asked me for this song like months ago.
The memory like
Sorry.
irrelevant, yeah.
I live in Mexico. We kind of delay things a little bit sometimes. Just call me Jose. This is a song you asked for. It's actually a song that's not on any of my albums. It's on my, get this, Michael, private streaming channel. Do you have one of those?
You have a private streaming channel?
I do.
Why didn't you send it to
just
me?
Just when he sounded so high-tech.
It's not OnlyFans, right?
The old guy comes through and schools the young kid. Okay, I'll explain to you this whole technology thing later.
I'll explain that joke to you later. Rudy's really enjoying it.
Oh boy,
That's a good one, Michael.
oh, God. Michael, you know that you're working with an old dude when you're gonna get paid by check tonight. Just so you know.
What is that?
Well, they're made out of rubber and they bounce.
So anyway, Tom, you asked me for this song some time back. It's not a song that's on any of my albums, but it is on my streaming channel. And it was written by a guy named Skip Ewing, and I just really, really love the song. I'd forgotten about the song, to be honest with you. Skip's he's written 8 #1 hits for other people. Randy Travis, for Alan Jackson, for Diamond Rio, so many big hits. This was a top 10 hit of his for a guy named Doug Stone, a country star back in the early 90s. Then it was long forgotten, but I heard the song, I'm thinking maybe a year and a half ago or so, and I thought, wow, these words impact me. Here I am living in this little house. So much of it I spent with 6 of us crammed into a tiny house down in Mexico. We're all over each other, and I'm always like, man, I can't do anything in this house. There's people everywhere. I have no space. But when I heard this song, it reminded me how lucky, how blessed I actually am to have that, quote, problem. And it's a new song that I recorded, and it's on the streaming channel. I hope you like this one. A little white house on the edge of town, on a little sad street, just a little run down. Became a home for Bill and Sue, a couple of newlyweds just doing the best that they could do. And when they'd brush each other passing in the hall, Sue would smile and say, this place is really, really small. But you know, Love grows best in little houses with fewer walls to separate, where you eat and sleep so close together you can't help but communicate. And if we had more room between us, think of all we'd miss. Love grows best in houses just like this. Before too long, Sue and Bill got to making them some plans to have some Jack and Jills. What a happy day when the news came in. Oh, but what to do when they found out Sue was having twins? And when they could not pass each other in the hall, Susie, she would smile and say, this place is really, really, really small. But you know, love grows best in little houses with fewer walls to separate, where you eat and sleep so close together you can't help but communicate. And if we had more room between us, think of all we'd miss. Honey, love grows best in houses just like this. That little white frame house still keeps them warm, though it's been 32 years since their kids were born. And when they look back now, they hold each other tight, whisper in each other's ears, honey, you know you were right. Love grows best in little houses with fewer walls to separate, where you eat and sleep so close together you can't help but communicate. And if we had more room between us, think of all we'd miss. Honey, love grows best in houses just like this. Love grows best in houses just like this. Honey, love grows best in little houses just like this. Tom, thank you for that request from months ago. I think my hair was brown when you made that request. So, speaking of brown hair, let's get back to Michael Charles. Has that ever been said before, by the way?
That is the weirdest segue I've ever heard of
It
my life.
kind of is. I'm running out of segues.
Yeah, you're not getting to Good Morning America. With that
Well,
one.
we've been doing the show for 5 years. I'm just flat out of segues. So just take it or leave it, dude.
Well, I guess we better get back to the show instead of arguing about the show. That's really a good idea. No, it's good. So you said. So who did you say was the first person to comment?
Oh,
When
that was Dina.
Oh, Dina.
Dina
Hi,
Hess is
Dina.
watching us, and she's apparently a Michael Charles fan. Dina, what's up with
They
that?
do exist. I want you to know that. You know, it's always better when you have a couple fans around. You know, it
Yes.
really brightens up the bar.
Everyone from Michael's payroll is watching tonight. This
This is
weird.
true. But no, thank you so much for the request. This is a great song. It's called Rain in the Tropics. And one day I was sitting in a little apartment, tiny houses. I was looking out and I was watching this palm tree just kind of sway in the rain. And I thought, you know, sometimes it rains in the tropics.
Can I say one thing before you start?
Yeah.
I always love an artist who introduces his own song by saying, "This is a great song." Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, the humility of Michael Charles.
That's humidity, Mark. He was talking about rain.
I was.
It's humidity, not humility.
Yep, there's some humidity coming in from the west and from the east. And there's a smell coming from this side, but I don't know what that was. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
It's true, I get my humility from my father.
We know better than that, yeah.
Well, here's a fine song. It's okay, I guess. See, like, how would you feel? You go out to a show,
Michael,
and
I've
someone
heard-
just comes up and goes, this song might be okay.
I've heard the song. I would qualify it as not bad. I'm just kidding.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm Michael Charles.
It is a great song. Take it away, Miguel Carlos.
Oh, you threw me off. No, I'm just kidding. Also, if Pam and John are watching, this is also for you. There are. Oh, there they are. They're down there. You see, they came up to me and they said, "I love the Pirates IRA song," and they said, "Is that what it's called?" I said, "No, but it is now because you like it." Well, she stranded me on this island. Wait till you hear the rest. She left me without nothing. She took my booty and my chest. Now I'm shooting doubles I'm bothered and I'm hot. And if you ask me where my heart is, my ex still marks the spot. Sometimes it rains in the tropics. Sometimes it pours on the shore. Sometimes your final destination leaves you wanting more. You gotta trust your compass, find a steady crew, and the sunshine will guide you through. Now the first time that I saw her, I thought she was quite the catch. She put her hand on my peg leg, complimented my eye patch. Thought that I had stole her heart, thought I had it in the bag. Didn't realize that her red hair was a bright red flag. Sometimes it rains in the tropics. Sometimes it pours on the shore. Sometimes your final destination leaves you wanting more. You gotta trust your compass, find a steady crew, and the sunshine will guide you through. Guide us through, Rudy B. I showed him how to do that. Well, now I got a crew, but I don't got no ship. That scarlet-headed siren went and sailed away with it. But I've been burying treasure for a rainy day and a mason jar of Spanish gold. That's a pirate's IRA. Sometimes the wind won't move your sails. Sometimes the fish won't bite. Sometimes you walk the plank. Sometimes you swim for your dear life. Most days are boring. Hey, Thursday nights are fun. And the thing you can rely on is that Caribbean rum. I see you drink the good stuff. What were you drinking? Captain Morgan?
Captain Morgan, yes.
Is that Caribbean?
I don't even know.
I have no idea. Sometimes it rains in the tropics. Sometimes it pours on the shore. Sometimes your final destination will leave you wanting more. You gotta trust your compass, mind your cannons too, and the sunshine will guide you through. Yeah, with a little bit of planning and a little luck too, the sunshine will guide you through.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've made a career out of never admitting when I'm wrong. But I must say, that was a great song! Give it up for Michael Charles! Wow.
Thank you. I love that the crowd went crazy.
You know, I hate to say this, but even your mom didn't clap on that one.
She's heard it once or twice, you know.
She was thinking it in her head.
I wrote it, you know, like I was sitting on her washing machine. She was like, "Michael, leave me alone. I'm folding laundry." And
oh man. Well, hey, we got.
That makes it a real bouncy tune, though.
I love it. Oh, Nikki is watching from Carpinteria, California. Hi, Nikki. And Nikki says Mark Mulligan has met his match. Oh my God.
We're
The
like
fight's on,
Velcro.
my friend. The fight's on, my friend. I'm taking you on this one. Michael Charles is going down.
All right.
By the time this show ends, I will shame him however I can.
Okay.
Okay. We got fun people watching tonight. Janice, I want to welcome you. Thanks. It's been nice to be back in touch with you the last couple days. You got lots of fun stuff going on in your life, which is awesome. And we're going to sing about something kind of awesome. Michael, you can relate to this one because you just got back from Hawaii.
I did.
And I know, you write a lot of beach songs, and you obviously love white sand.
Yep.
You love warm sun.
Gotta love it.
Salty H2O sounds like something right up Michael Charles' alley.
That's right.
And Janice, she is in the mood for some right now. Let's do it, guys. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O.
Woo!
2, 3.
Got a constant craving, can't fight the urge. Try to kick the habit, but it keeps on getting worse. I've given up on rehab, it's far too late. This lifelong addiction is impossible to break. Give me some white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Michael?
What?
This intervention's useless. It's out of my control. 12 steps from the ocean. Who needs 12 more? Then you got white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! That sounds like a song Michael Charles could have written.
I don't know. It's a pretty great song.
It goes back to my childhood. That very first trip. Watching the waves roll in mesmerized this kid. By the time they dragged me up the beach and shoved me in the car, I knew no matter where I'd go, I'd never get too far. From white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Now the sea's outside my window, there's a beach outside my door. And those three things still turn me on, just like long ago. What are they, Michael? White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh!
I'm glad I read the flashcards.
So keep your change of seasons, the winter and the cold. Send me a postcard with pictures of the snow. I'll look at it and shiver and just shake my head as I'm putting on my flip-flops and stepping out instead into the white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Rudy B. Keep it going, Rudy. How about this guitar man?
Fantastic.
So take all your sweaters, set them on fire, slap on some sunscreen, put on some Michael Charles, then turn around and run back to the place we ought to be. Get your butt into some beach air down here with me. In white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Living by the sea is so good for the soul. I pinch myself and wonder who could ask for more than white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. There's no cure for this addiction. Every day I overdose on white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O.
Oh my!
Going out
That
for
was good.
Janice. Was that a great song?
Sufficient.
Come on, work with me. I gave you a great song.
That was a great song.
Okay, cool. We're
And
gonna.
Rudy is great. I got to
Rudy
tell you.
is great.
You know what the best thing about this is? Whenever we don't want to play, we just go, Rudy!
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
he's like our personal jukebox. I won't tell you where we put the quarters, but
The slot.
you just tell him what you want and he plays it. It's amazing.
Rudy, great job. Of course, we have to say these things. We are in Rudy's house. We'll all talk later. I'm kidding. So, Rudy, we're going to have you do a song in just a few minutes. In fact, there's a request on there. You know what? Maybe we ought to do this. Who wanted to hear that song? That's okay. That's okay. Somebody out there wanted to hear this Rudy B song. So I'm going to have you do the other one I had in mind later.
Yeah.
But we do have a request from somebody who wishes to remain anonymous.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
there's apparently somebody who's running from the IRS. Does
Well,
not.
maybe they're looking for ideas.
Yes. Well, Rudy, tell them about this song.
You know, this song did happen because I was having drinks in a bar down in Denton, Texas, and you know, a guy walks in, and I had not ever seen this guy before, so I just asked a simple question. You know, what brings you to Denton? And he said, well, it's pretty easy. He said, I own a waste management company, and I'm learning how to take things to the Denton County dump. Well, I thought, well, that should be something you'd take in an afternoon class or something. And so I said, well, you know, that was today, right? And he said, oh, no, sir, I've been here all week. Well, that got me thinking, and I said, well, if you've been here all week, do you know how to take everything to the dump? And he, of course, said, well, yes, sir, I do. So I asked the hard question, which is then, what do you do with a dead body? And, yep, that one got him. And, Michael, that's a hard question to answer, but this guy knew. He said, that's easy. You roll them up in carpet. 'Cause my neighbor's dog, he does his business in my front yard. Sort of ran him over when I was backing up in my car. And I didn't mean to do it. He just got in the way. And it never would have happened if he hadn't been hunting right there in my driveway. Now I've got a body, well, I need to stash. And I roll it up in carpet and put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. And I put it on the curb for the garbage man. Well, I need $100,000 to make an ex go away. Well, I ain't got any money left to fix up my own place. She was coming for money and a stairway, well, it gave way. Well, I got a body, well, I need to stash. And I roll it up in carpet and put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. And I roll it to the curb for the garbage man. Of course, there's another verse. 'Cause I've got this boss, he likes to ride my back. Starts early in the morning and he does it every chance that he gets. And he stepped off that curb when I was just driving past, so I just stepped on the brakes, but I missed and slammed on the gas, and now I got a body. Well, I need to stash. I roll it up in carpet and put it in the trash. Then I put it in the bottom of a big old garbage can. And I roll it to the curb for the garbage man.
Going out for Norma.
That is a great song, Rudy.
Hey, see, now Michael, Michael's my friend.
You guys are going to hear a lot of great songs tonight. So, all right. Well, you asked about John before, and yes, John LeBeta is watching us. John, thanks for joining us, and I'm going to play you this next song. This is actually kind of, oh, thank you very much. Where did that drink?
Came in from the sidelines, yeah.
By the way, would everybody please give it up for Beth? Beth is running our audio and our cameras, and not only is she doing that, but she also just fixed me a rum and coke.
Oh.
My God, she is multi-talented. And hold on a second.
You know, we have Taylor running the camera, and I almost sang a verse on that last song about Taylor running over a teacher at her school. I should have changed that. I was thinking about that. You know, those teachers, and she's driving now.
Taylor does a fantastic job.
Oh, she's wonderful. But oh my gosh, you know, you could play havoc with your teachers.
Taylor, how old are you now?
We don't recommend murder.
Taylor's 17. I think the first time you ever ran cameras on our show, you maybe were 15, maybe even 14. At 15 years old, we had her in here. This is a big-time operation. Well, my first question to Taylor was, will you work before below minimum wage? I'm just kidding you. Great job by both of them. Give them a big round of applause because that's the stuff that keeps this show going for 5 seasons. And occasionally we get a great guest like Michael Charles.
Thank you. If it wasn't for Beth and Taylor and Rum and Coke, how would the show?
Well, and the other side of it is, Michael, you're young and bring that young energy. Our shows are kind of slow until you get here.
Well, I was going to bring a bottle of wine, but I just brought some prune juice.
Yeah, oh, boy. Oh.
It's important to stay regular. You know?
Yes. The restroom is that way. So.
You know, but he looks at me when he offers that.
Yes. Our numbers are plummeting right now, guys. Hey, so I mentioned this is a kind of a neat night to do this on because you can't see it from here, but Rudy's house is on a lake. And actually on Saturday, we've got a show beside the lake here, on a house concert. And what's really cool is usually Rudy has his boat anchored off, his pontoon boat. Now we've got 2 boats anchored off, a big one. How many feet is that, 22-footer?
I think 24-foot, yeah.
24-foot boat that's out there also. And this place kind of does look like a harbor right now. Speaking of Rudy's boat, on Saturday's show, if you were in Arizona, you got to be here because we're about to show you something. Taylor's got, I believe, the camera on it.
Yes, got it.
See that boat there? That's Rudy's boat. And somebody at our show, we're going to give you aside from a free margarita when you walk in, we're going to give you a free raffle ticket, and somebody at our show is going to win one of Rudy and Beth's famous wine cruises. It's much more than a wine cruise. It's music. They provide the wine, a great boat ride around the lake at sunset. It's just a fun night, and it's on Rudy and Beth as a gift. Someone on Saturday's 2 p.m. show is going to win that. Then we got to focus on something else here, too. Go below that and see those cookies. I just picked them up today from a very special lady known as my mother. Mom has come out of retirement, and guess what she is doing for 6 different people? Okay, so we're going to have 7 prize winners total on Saturday. 6 of you are going to win a 6-pack of my mom's homemade cookies. And she also, just so you know, they will be pre-tested by Rudy and Beth because she sent you each 2 cookies today.
She is always so sweet. Your mom is wonderful.
Her cookies are great. Guys, forget the show. Forget Mark Mulligan. Come for the cookies and the wine cruise. Saturday's afternoon show is doors open at 1 o'clock. We're in the Abatuki area. Send me a note. We want to see you here. It's going to be perfect weather, by the way. It's going to be in the 70s.
Which for Arizona, I mean.
Yes.
We've had a long summer.
We have. So perfect weather. Thank you, God, capital G, for that. And I hope to see you here on Saturday. We're going to be in Mesa tomorrow, but that show is sold out. So come on Saturday, and guarantee you're going to have a great time, and you might even go home with Mom's cookies or having won a wine cruise with Rudy and Beth. It's going to be great.
Fun. We've already done one, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
So we're
you know how much I'd pay to hang out with Rudy and Beth? She said nothing. If you didn't hear her, that's not true.
Well, I'm going to send this song out for John. John, thanks for watching. John, you've hosted me for a show before, too, and helped us out here. Thank you very much. This song, by request, is called The Harbor.
Wait a minute.
Long ago and far away, back on graduation day, they said he had this wild little scheme to haul a boat down to the bay, hop aboard and sail away, chance it all and chase that crazy dream. No house, no wife, no kids, no better time than this, but they shook their heads and they said, "What's wrong with you?" So the story goes that boat sailed on and left him on the dock alone. He watched as it faded out of view. It all looked so good there on that resume, when he told them all just what they want to hear. Now it's Monday morning, 8 a.m. He sits there in that traffic jam, brake lights as far as he can see. Just to walk into some cubicle, 8 hours of time to kill, where every day is just the same routine. It's all so predictable, so safe, so sensible, so logical, it's driving him insane. A year's worth of aggravation for a lousy week of paid vacation, medical and a 401k. They all say he made the right decision on the day he watched that boat disappear. But in a conference call one day it finally hit him. What in the world am I still doing here? Sometimes I feel like a fish out of water. Baby, can't you see that the safest place for a boat is in the harbor? But that's not the place where boats were built to be. After 30 years he's thinking about cashing in and getting out, but the wife says, "Hey buddy, not so fast. This big house is comfortable, quit now ain't practical. Let's pay some bills and let's make that money last." He said, "I'm tired of putting dreams on hold. I'm getting bored, I'm getting old. I'm in the mood for a little mystery. We're We're surrounded by so much stuff. Don't you think we've had enough? Let's do something stupid, you and me. She looked at him and said, "You're going crazy." And he answered, "Yeah, I've been saying that for years." And she said, "There's just one thing, could you explain to me? What in the world are we still doing here? Sometimes I feel like a fish out of water. Baby, can't you see that the safest place for a boat is in the harbor? But that's not the place where boats were built to be." On the day they put that boat into the water, before they left the whole world in their wake, he took one last long look over that harbor and said, "This is one chance I just gotta take. 'Cause sometimes I feel like a fish out of water. Baby, can't you see that the safest place for a boat is in the harbor? That's not the place where boats were built to be." Help us out, everybody. Sometimes I feel like a fish out of water.
I should have paid attention.
Baby, can't you see that the safest place for a boat is in the harbor? That's not the place where boats were built to be. That's not the place where boats were built to be. Thank you, John, for the request on that one.
Great request. Great
Sure,
song.
appreciate it. Thank you. Another great song.
Great
I
song.
love it. Well, you're about to hear a great song. A lot of great songs.
I don't know. I think
tonight.
it's fine. It's a perfectly sufficient song. It'll kill some time. It's 3 minutes. Just stay around. If you got to use the bathroom, now's the time. You know.
You know what? Ever since that little joke I made before, Michael's self-confidence has just plummeted. His shows
It's
are going
called
to be...
passive aggression.
He's suddenly become so timid.
Oh, I'm a bit shy, my friend.
All right, let's bring back the Bob Carwin that's inside of Michael Charles. Here we go. What's his name?
Bob Car. Oh. I was getting into the role. So, speaking of Rudy's beautiful house, Rudy's beautiful wife, this wonderful lake here, I've got a song that's called a segue, by the way, in the biz.
Way better than mine. Way better than
This
mine.
is a song that kind of talks about Rudy and how great Rudy is. Also talks about some other friends. We've got Pete and Kathy
Yes.
on their way to Meeting of the Minds.
Yeah.
It's while we're here with Meeting of the Mindless. And
You nailed it.
see, I told you I was going to give you a hard time. But here's a new song, newish. It's called Margaritas and Sunshine, and it's going to be on the new album.
$10, not $9.98. $10, not $9.98.
Oh, inflation. It's going to be $12. Got a friend named Brent. He's kind of grumpy and testy. You might say spicy, but I just call him zesty. Well, he asked me what's the secret to always having a half-full cup. I told him we all got the same ingredients, it's just how you mix it up. I'm living on margaritas and sunshine, only accepting good vibes, living life with a little lime, mixing it up just one more time. See, I'm tossing out the bad times, reeling in the good vibes, living life one shot at a time on margaritas and sunshine. Now this one's for Kathy. Got a fan named Kathy. Never met a dance she didn't like. In fact, she always has a way of growing through life. So I asked her, what's the secret to be 60 going on 25? She told me the secret to living is mostly feeling alive. She's living on margaritas and sunshine, only accepting goodbye. Living life with a little light. Mix it up just one more time. See, I'm casting out the bad vibes, reeling in the good times. Living life one shot at a time on margaritas and sunshine. Rudy B.
Find this guy.
I know, look at that. Got a friend named Rudy.
That's me.
He worked hard his whole life. He's got a lot to show for it. He's got a great house and a great wife. And so I asked him how's retirement and if he ever gets bored. He said, if you thought the first stack was good, wait for the encore. He's living on margaritas and sunshine, only accepting good vibes. Living life with a little light. Mix it up just one more time. See, I'm casting out the bad vibes, reeling in the good times. Living life one shot at a time on margaritas and sunshine. One more time, Rudy.
Rudy B over there.
Amazing! I'm living on margaritas and sunshine, only accepting good vibes. Living life with a little light. Mix it up just one more time. See, I'm tossing out the bad vibes, reeling in the good times. Living life one shot at a time on margaritas and sunshine. Margaritas and sunshine. Margaritas and sunshine. Fantastic. Thank you.
All right, that sounded great, guys.
You know, the thing about Rudy is it's great to practice with him, because when you practice with Rudy, he goes, Michael, all you got to do is go like this. I'm like, Rudy, I can't do that. He goes, it's easy. You just go like this. I go, you know what, Rudy? I'll play a G. You do that.
But, Michael, we're going to serve margaritas on Saturday. You got me in the mood. And we've got a special recipe. Taylor's father gave me a great idea for margaritas. So anybody that comes, margaritas.
Margaritas and sunshine. It's going to be a good event.
Yeah, we're going to have a great time on Saturday, and we're going to be living the video to many Michael Charles songs. Michael, I got to say one thing, all joking aside. One thing I love about Michael Charles' music is it just brings a smile to your face.
Thank you.
It really does. I love it. If you're out there, seriously, if you just want to get some great tunes about escapism and about hitting the beach and just living life to the fullest, do yourself a favor and spend the extra 2 cents, which and get Michael's CD. Tom Copeland, you're out there. You're always so good about supporting artists. A bunch of you guys out there, Norma and a lot of you guys, really support the artists. And I urge you to do that tonight, too. If you get a chance, tell them again where your website is.
So head over to michaelcharlescountry.com. From there, you're going to find all the links. But you can find me on Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, and YouTube.
Well, very cool, Michael. It's great to have you on the show. Rudy, I'm going to do one song, then I'm going to have you do a song. Sure. Okay? My friend Chuck is watching us out in San Diego right now. Chuck is been through some stuff lately, and I think Chuck could use a smile on his face. Does everybody agree with me? Can everybody just say,
Oh yeah.
hi, Chuck?
Hey Chuck.
Yeah, and so
Oh, and
Chuck,
he picked a great song.
he did.
He did. I love that
All
song.
right, thank you. Well, Chuck is about to turn into the title of the song because Chuck, along with a bunch of my San Diego friends, are coming to San Felipe with us. Chuck, I'm so glad you're coming on that one. It's going to be a great time. One of my main missions on that trip is to make sure that Chuck Butler has fun. So I'm going to play your request right now.
First world. Oh, okay.
Yep. In fact, let Rudy pull this one up. And and I want to say hi to Chris, who's watching. Chris, we're going to get your song in, too. Hi, Tim Scott. Nice to see you on tonight also.
I'm set.
All right, let's do this. And Victor, thank you for joining us tonight, too.
Yeah, thanks for the help.
So we got some requests. We're going to get to them, okay?
Yeah.
This one goes out for Chuck in San Diego. He wakes up and he looks out at the ocean. A big old lazy sun paints the morning sky. Somewhere off the coast of Hispaniola, he gently rubs the sleep out of his eyes. He's on the third year of a 2-week-long vacation. Wasted too many years working too much overtime, just to surround himself with stuff he'd never needed, till he hopped on board that boat and said goodbye. Just the other day he took that cell phone and tossed it out in the Caribbean Sea. He's just a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Now Uncle Sam forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. He reaches down below and he grabs that old spear gun. There's an ocean full of fish are calling out his name. Jump overboard and he'll swim out toward the island, catch his lunch and come back home again. Now the folks up north say he must be smoking something, but they don't know what it is that gets him high. You see, there's something in these blue and emerald waters, gives him a buzz that money just can't buy. So he heads that sailboat straight into the sunset. Hey, there's no place on this earth he'd rather be. They call him a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Now Uncle Sam forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. about Rudy B on the guitar over there? Life is good on this side of the sandbar.
Here at Mulligan on, that's right.
There ain't no doubt about it. This is where he's born to be. He's just a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Now Uncle Sam forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. Oh, he's finally found a place to call his home.
Whew.
All right, thank you very much, guys. And thank you for the request on that one. Hey, so you're hearing Rudy just pull off some great guitar work tonight, but, you know, I really admire Rudy as a songwriter. He's one of those guys who can really write from the heart. There was an experience that we had when we were in Reno doing a show up there, and why don't you tell them about this?
And, you know, there was a lady there, and actually with her husband. They were just sitting right in front of us, and she was just grinning so much, and, you know, he was having a nice time right there with her. And so I went over. We got done playing. I went over, just wanted to say hi and ask how they liked the show. And first thing he looks at me, he says, "You know, she's deaf, but she can read your lips." And it kind of stunned me, actually, because we're playing music, and she's deaf. And so I asked him, well, you know, why are you here then? And he said, you know, she can feel the music. And because she can feel it, she just gets such joy out of the music. And I thought, well, I can feel a guitar. When you play a guitar, these are wooden instruments. They vibrate. You can feel them. And so I went and grabbed this guitar, and I just walked over, and I just put it in her lap. And I thought maybe she would like to feel how the guitar feels when I played. And so I just played a little bit for her, just so she could feel that guitar. And, you know, the joy on her face was just beautiful. And it really spoke to me at how neat that was. And that's where this song came from. I played guitar most of my life. I started when I was 10. It took a couple years to fall in love, but I've been ever since then. The hours would pass by while I just played, trying to learn something new. And every time I got a little bit better, the more that love grew. And friends would come and we would play, we'd pass our guitars around. And I was surprised the first few times by how different they would sound. 'Cause it was never quite the same, even when we played the same part. 'Cause it was a different instrument on the other side of the guitar. She was at one of my shows, smiling the whole time. And I went over to say hello, and her husband blew my mind. He said she can't hear a thing, but she can read your lips. She loves the way the music feels, and that's why we're here for this. I grabbed my guitar, I gave it to her. I stood behind and I reached around. As I played, she could feel that guitar, even though she couldn't hear a sound. The smile on her face with every note, it was the greatest gift by far. As she learned how it feels on the other side of the guitar. And it's a little bit of magic, the way music feeds the soul. And sitting down with a great guitar and playing all of those notes. 'Cause if you cry, it will weep, and if you scream, it will too. 'Cause that guitar, it will emanate whatever's inside of you. And it's really simple, it's just the way things are. Things are just a little bit different on the other side of the guitar. Things are just a little bit different on the other side of the guitar. Mark, thank you. Beautiful guitar on that. Thank you.
What a
much.
great song, Rudy. I love it, and I love the whole story behind that song. Moments like that are just incredible. So thank you for playing it. Jason, I know you wanted to hear that one, and several other people watching tonight. What a great song. Give it up for Rudy B., everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. All right, Michael Charles, you know, you have a request from the same guy who wanted to hear that song. Jason, I got to tell you about Jason real quick.
Okay.
Jason motivates all of us on this show. In
Okay.
fact, Jason's motivating me to try to get in shape. All right? Because Jason watches our show from a treadmill. He
Oh,
watches the
wow.
entire show on a treadmill, and he won't mind me. Jason has lost. It's something he's okay with me sharing this, like 130 pounds.
That's amazing.
It is. He's doing a great job.
And it's all because
Victor,
you
I know
listen
support-
to your private streaming channel.
Yes, yes, which $39.99. Oh no, the price war continues. But anyway, Jason, that's so awesome. We're all really proud of you on this show.
Very cool,
I
bud.
saw Jason in Colorado at a show this year, and I'd seen him the previous year. And when I first saw him,
Almost
honestly,
yeah,
I
he
didn't
looks
recognize you,
wonderful.
Jason. You're looking great.
Wonderful.
Your parents watch the show too. I hope they're with us tonight. And I think it's really cool you asked for the song from Michael. I know you're a Michael Charles fan. So,
Wow,
Michael,
how cool is that?
what's the deal with this song?
Deal with this song. It's my first song. No one ever asks me to play it.
Oh, really?
So I don't
Do you
think
still remember it?
Oh, we're going to find out. We're going to do our best to work through it just for Jason.
Isn't it funny, honestly, if you don't play one of your own songs
It
for
is
a
so
certain amount
funny.
of time?
You know, the two funniest things are, one, you're right. Your own song, if you just don't play it, if you just don't request it, it leaves you. Because,
Yeah.
and the other one is everyone expects us to know every single Jimmy Buffett song. But most of the time, we're not playing Jimmy Buffett. That's
right.
We go places and they're like, I don't really want to hear Margaritaville.
And I'm curious, how many Michael Charles songs or Mark Mulligan songs did Jimmy Buffett know? I mean, he kind of got off easy on this deal.
I know, really.
So, all right.
Well, we're going to give it a shot. It's
all
called
right.
Whiskey Heartbreak, and Rudy's going to help me through it a whole lot.
And I think he can pull this one off.
I
What do you guys
I can
think
do
out
it.
there?
I think I can do it. All right.
The pressure's on.
You ain't nothing but a whiskey heartbreak. You ain't nothing but a Friday mistake. I ain't never gonna let my heart ache over what's just a whiskey heartbreak. Whiskey heartbreak. Man, what's the first verse?
He's coming to him.
No. Nope, first verse. I'm so sorry, Jason. I'm having a moment.
Hold on, he can do this.
Got it.
He got
Wasn't
it.
looking for something new. Just looking for something to do.
Love this kid.
Went out for a night with the guys. Met a top shelf beauty with smooth brown eyes. Wasn't long before she tried to kiss me. Ordered 2 shots of Tennessee whiskey. For a moment I was out on the floor, dancing and twirling and begging for more. You ain't nothing but a whiskey heartbreak. You ain't nothing but a Friday mistake. I ain't never gonna let my heart ache over what's just a whiskey heartbreak. A whiskey heartbreak. 3 weeks, no call, no text, maybe got back with her ex. You know what, hey, I don't care. Nothing happened, didn't go nowhere. She nothing but a memory. Barely noticed when she danced with me. Barely think about it anyhow. I will beg her for just one more round. You ain't nothing but a whiskey heartbreak. You ain't nothing but a Friday mistake. I ain't never gonna let my heart ache over what's just a whiskey heartbreak. A whiskey heartbreak. Rudy B. Bartender, lay it down. I'm needing one more round. Bartender, light it up. This guy is all messed up. Bartender, make it strong. Someone done me wrong. You're more than a whiskey heartbreak. You're more than a Friday mistake. I went and let my heart ache over what's just a whiskey heartbreak. Whiskey heartbreak. You're my whiskey heartbreak. There we go. Isn't it funny? You cannot remember the first line, and then once you remember it, somehow you could do the rest of the song.
Isn't that amazing? I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you ever, Michael, in the middle of a song, okay, it's a song you haven't played in ages.
Yep.
And you know, you're in the middle of singing a verse, and you're thinking while you're singing of the next verse of the words.
Yep.
What are the words of that while you're singing?
Yep, and then you go, Rudy B.
That's right. That's why Rudy goes on tour with me, just to basically
right.
cover for me.
That's right.
Every time we make a mistake. Great job. Great job.
Thank you, and thank you for requesting that, Jason. That's awesome that you like that song. Yeah, that was so. I started out with big band music, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, doing that kind of thing.
Wow.
And then in college, I started doing country music. That was one of those songs that I kind of played around ASU and like coffee shop gigs and things like that. And then in 2020, when I started recording music, that was the first one that went out. Yeah,
That is really cool. You've had a fun career.
it's been a long one. But it's been a short one, but a fun one. That's
You know what? It really is. I think a lot of people in this crowd are also happy to see, another generation taking this on. It's really cool.
Sorry, real quick, just to mention, yeah, we actually did make a full music video for that one because it was the first song. So we got lazy, but the first 4 have full music videos, and you can check them out at on YouTube, Michael Charles Country.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
And plus a CD that's $10, not $9.98. But anyway, hey, I want to say hello to my friend Chris. She is down in Rocky Point. Michael, your homework. And Chris, I guarantee you Chris will book you for this.
Okay.
She has the coolest bar in Rocky Point. It's called Margarita Mermaids.
Ooh.
It sounds like the name of a Michael Charles song.
I got a song about mermaids. So,
Well, you have songs about margaritas.
There you go.
I see something happening. Chris is watching us from down there, and it's the coolest bar. I've sung for her so many times. Chris, thanks for joining us tonight. I want this guy booked at Margarita Mermaids, okay? Whatever he asks, pay him a third of it.
500. I want 13 rubber ducks in a bathtub. I want an opening
Give
act.
him 4. Give him 4. Okay.
I really want you to get that guy who juggles with the cats. That's got to be my opening act. It's a big applause when it goes meow. It's crazy.
Well, Chris would like to hear a song, and this is a very fitting song for her because she owns, like I said, one of the coolest bars in Mexico. But you got to be a little crazy to start a bar down in Mexico. Well, I have worked my fingers to the bone, trying to build myself a happy home. But the more I work, the more goes to the man. So now I've got myself a better plan. You know what it is, Michael Charles?
You're going to buy you a bar down in Mexico where I can serve the friends I know.
A shot or two of fun down by the sea.
By the sea, by the sea, by the
Gotta buy
sea.
me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun, a bar in Mexico, and me? Now I have a little request here. Taylor, could you do me a favor and turn that camera on Michael's parents, who are supposed to be taking requests right now, but they are busy dancing
Having a
to
good
the song.
time.
Well, will pack up all my friends one day. Head on down where those senoritas play.
Don't break a hip.
And I'll be pouring drinks from dusk up till the dawn. Are you ready for this? While we dance the night away with Michael Charles on. I'm gonna buy me a
bar down in Mexico where I can serve the friends I know. A shot or two of fun down by the sea.
Take it, Michael.
I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun, a bar in Mexico?
You know what I love about Michael Charles? He can't remember his own songs, but he knows every word to Mark Mulligan's songs. Give it up for this kid. Well, I'll wake up every morning with nothing on my mind. Knock it off, Rudy. Pouring margaritas in a palm tree paradise. Take it, Michael.
I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico where I can pour the friends I know a shot or two of sundown by the sea. I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun, a bar in Mexico?
Michael Charles has got it, folks. What else could I ever need? The senoritas by the sea, the sun, a bar in Mexico. And all those Michael Charles fans sing along.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
We got the sun, a bar in Mexico. It is pure chaos at Rudy B's house.
There we go.
I love it. Michael, thank you very much for joining me on
That's what
that
happens
one.
when you get people that almost know the words to sing together. It's great. It's like,
All right, what do you got for us?
what do I have for you? So someone's going to complain if I don't sing this song. That's how this goes. It is my first trop rock hit because I'm very shy, so I'll say it's a hit.
I bet it's a great song, too.
It's a great song.
Let's just be honest. It's great.
Oh, it's so
frickin'
good.
great.
I mean, the fact it didn't win a Grammy was really an upset. Like, Lady Who, Gaga, whatever.
She beat you?
She beat me.
I thought this whole time
I know.
that you won.
I know. To me, I wasn't even in the running. It was crazy.
So unfair.
It's called an upset. That's what they call that. But you know what? Maybe some. You know, I say to my wife all the time, one day we're going to get that $1 million, and it's going to all be from chimichangas. And she says, no, it won't. But here's a song. It has been why they call me the chimichanga guy. It's called Happy Music and Chimichangas, and it's a little dangerous singing it this close to the end of the show because we're getting hungry up here.
We are, and you are so speaking my language on this song, by the way.
Well, I know Miss Sherry is listening up in Maryland, or she will be tomorrow on the repeat, so this is for you. If you're looking for me, you won't have to look far. You probably find me at a tiki bar. Don't matter the time, no matter the venue. You know you find me checking out the menu. 'Cause I like happy music and chimichangas, cold margaritas and Bahama mamas, view of the sea and a seat in the sand, a fried burrito and a drink in my hand. I love happy music and chimichangas. Now you can keep your salads and your guacamole, your beachside sake and your ahi poke. I don't like hot dogs, large or mini. Just pour on some Jimmy and give me a chimmy. 'Cause I want happy music and chimichangas, cold margaritas and Bahama mamas, what the sea and a seat in the sand, a fried burrito and a drink in my hand. I love happy music and chimichangas. Now some people like those sad songs. You know, the coffee shop ballads that go on and on and on. I like something with an island beat, get me tapping my feet and making me want to eat. I'm hungry. Who's hungry? Happy music and chimichangas, cold margaritas and Bahama mamas, sea and a seat in the sand, a fry burrito and a drink in my hand. I love happy music and chimichangas. Take our order, Rudy! Sometimes you cannot get to the beach. You know that tropical vacation feels out of reach. Don't worry, amigo, that ain't the end. All you need is some takeout and a liquid weekend. That's what we call tequila around here. Happy music and chimichangas, cold margaritas and Bahamas, view of the sea and a seat in the sand, a fry burrito and a drink in my hand. I love happy music and chimichangas. I need happy music and chimichangas. Yeah, bring me happy music and chimichangas.
Yes, I love it.
Thank you.
Michael, that's so awesome. We've been known to sing about food on this show before.
have.
So I love that we've added you to the menu. I like it. Is that off the first album?
That is off the first album. You can find it today for $10. Not quite. $9.98.
Hold on. We just got this in from your father. The price of his CD has been dropped online.
Oh, wow.
It's now $9.95. This pisses me off.
Yeah.
Okay, I am not happy about this price drop because I just cannot go below $9.98. So he wins.
The embargo
You have
is
won
gonna
the
start
price
soon.
war. I've got tariffs on my stuff, just so you know. So Michael wins. Buy his album. Okay. Every time this guy beats me. All right. So his father is out there showing me requests that have come in. You know what? Victor is taking requests tonight, and I want to, at some point tonight, before we leave here, we're going to get you on the camera because I want people to see. Well, actually, both your parents are here tonight. I want them to see you guys, if that's okay. At some point, you saw them dancing before, but one thing I really love about your family at Parrot Grande, I swam over to you in the pool, and I said, I don't know if I've ever seen prouder parents. Every time Michael's singing a song, you guys are out there singing his lyrics, and you're dancing along. And I'm sure you've heard these songs and these stupid jokes. I'm sorry. So many times. Yeah, Victor says, where did he learn them?
Yeah.
But it's so cool to watch a family that's really into it because, Michael, my family would not cross the street to see my
I've
show.
seen your show about 100 times, and I'm still coming for some reason, so I don't know.
So anyway,
In fact, what are you playing next? Here? Saturday. What are you playing? What song was requested? I didn't see it.
I'm going to sing a song here that I think you may have heard before.
Okay. Oh, Mexican Jail again.
Through the bars on the window,
I'll entertain myself.
I saw the light of the moon.
That's a Taco Bell sign.
I heard Mexican singers singing Mexican tunes.
Feliz Navidad.
Dogs barked in Spanish.
El Barco.
Roof. They roll the R's.
Oh.
A strange serenade. This could be a long song, folks. I don't know the language.
Neither do
does
I.
Michael,
Oh.
or the sounds that they made. South of the border,
That's a restaurant.
they say look but don't touch. But they serve me tequila.
But just a little bit of it, right?
And they serve me too much.
That is disconcerting.
I thought she was pretty,
We're talking about that one?
and her love was for sale.
To each their own.
I spent my vacation
It's like Bob Carwin in drag.
in a Mexican jail. Get me out of this, folks. Her padre was the sheriff.
Oh, my word.
Juan Earp.
Her uncle, the judge.
Joe Brown.
Her brother, the lawyer.
Johnny Cochran.
Who carried a grudge.
If the sombrero don't fit,
We chattered in Spanish.
you must acquit.
A strange serenade. Now I lost this one.
to
the Rocky Point jail. South of the
Border. They say look but don't touch.
But they served him tequila. And they served me too much.
It happens to all of us. It really does.
I thought she was pretty.
You sure it's a she?
Her love was for sale.
He forgot his glasses.
I spent my vacation
At a beautiful resort. It was lovely. And
in a Mexican jail.
oh, the food's not as good there.
I would like all of you who are recording this show to know that there's an edit button that you can hit to eliminate all of Michael Charles on tonight's performance.
It costs $55.
53 on my site. South of the border.
That's still a restaurant.
They say look but don't touch.
It's really not good with instructions.
Stop touching me. But they serve me tequila.
They served it to me too. I mean,
And they serve me too much.
I just had a little. I'm a lightweight.
I tried to persuade him.
What were you after?
You tried to persuade him, huh?
But my argument.
I told you I thought that was Bob Carwin in drag.
Now I'm bunking with Miguel Carlos in a Mexican jail. Come on, Michael.
Why did you invite me? You asked yourself why.
I do ask myself that question.
Sing a Mexican song with no I.
Help us out, folks.
I.
Everybody, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to issue a blanket apology for tonight's performance. I do not know this man. And I just met him. So, just a disclaimer. Hi. Thank you for your contributions to
You're
that
welcome.
song.
I worked
Yes.
really hard on that.
All right, folks.
Oh, my word.
Michael, what do you got for us?
I don't even know.
I'm actually terrified
Michael,
by what you have
should
for us.
sing the one about your dad, though. I'd like to hear that one.
So Victor and Chris, can we get
It
you up
always
here real
comes
quick?
back to my.
Can we get you up here? I told you before, they're like the proudest parents I've ever seen. So, Chris, this is her over here.
You know,
Who, by the way, I got to say, I've heard back, some years back, you yourself were a singer with an absolutely amazing voice, and one day I'm going to get you to sing a song on my show. Seriously, I would love it. And Victor, this guy is responsible for this because not only did he father this child, but he also gave him a lot of input growing up, and this is what happened. So, anything you would like to say tonight?
Well, we're sorry, yes. But I will tell you that we got like 5 people who just said that was the best version of Mexican jazz.
Oh, wow. Michael, will you now go on the road with me? Apparently, we're going to do that version everywhere we go.
Oh, man. It's always, it's never what you think.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Stay here for a second, Victor, because you're going to talk about your dad here for a second.
I'm going to embarrass this guy. It's
Make
impossible.
Make me cry.
Well, you see, Daddy said you can't build a ship in a bottle if you don't got an empty one. So we grabbed tequila out of the cupboard and said,
Start drinking, son.
by the time we finished, we were so damn plastered we never got nothing done. And it was not the most productive day, but we
Sure had a lot of fun.
Oh, my old man made a bad impression on me. He's so damn old, but he knows how to party.
That's true.
And I'll never admit it. Oh, my old man made a bad impression on me. On my 16th birthday, we went out for a drive. Got 6-speed camera shots on that ride. I turned to my old man and said, Pop, that ain't great. He said, don't worry, son.
I took off the plates.
Oh, my old man taught a lot of lessons to me, like how to stay out of the penitentiary. He said, boy, you gotta do things where the law can't see. Oh, my old man made a bad impression on me.
This one's true.
Now I went out with my friends, and I wanted to be bad. First thing they asked me was,
Mike, where's your dad?
I gave him a call. He said that he was able by 9 p.m. Fat Man was dancing on the table.
Yeah! I was toasted. All right, thank you.
Well, my old man made a bad impression on me. He's so darn old, but he knows how to party. And I'll never admit it, but he's who I want to be. Oh, my old man made a bad impression on me. Well, you know what? Looking back in time, I guess he wasn't that bad.
That's right.
And every day, I seem to get a little more like my dad.
Just skinnier.
Oh, boy.
A lot skinnier.
Sorry, Allie, my wife. Gets worse every day. And as he approaches retirement, the only thing I fear is what kind of hell he's gonna raise in his golden years.
Just you wait, because you're going to pay for it.
Oh, my old man made a good impression on me. I got a nice life, I got a fine wife, I got a good family. And I'll never admit it, but he's who I want to be. Oh, my old man made a good impression on me.
All right. How cool. How cool having the old man here for that
That's so
performance.
cool.
Thank you for your duet performance.
Well, you know.
So does this mean I have to pay you too?
No.
Okay.
I sing for food.
No, he
Buy a
believe me,
Mulligan
if
shirt.
I
I
build
love this
him,
shirt.
I tell you, if I billed him by the hour for the tech support that he calls me with for his phone, it's crazy. A bunch of hackers called him today, and they said, we have all your password. He said, thank God. Can you tell me what they are?
Victor's awesome. I remember when I needed a ride to the airport at a Parrot Grande, and it was an early ride, like 5 a.m. I needed somebody. Victor was in the pool having the time of his life, but he volunteered. And the next day, he was 5 minutes early, had a cup of coffee. This guy is the ultimate Uber driver. Got me to the airport.
Oh, my God.
What was he drinking?
So no, this man is in the front row. By then, I think like Sam Rainwater's on, and I swear he thinks he's at Woodstock. He is so into it in the front, and he's drowning because he's like this tall, and the pool's like this tall. And I'm like, Dad, what did you drink? And he's like, I just made a Bloody Mary, and he pulls out a 48-ounce Yeti.
I love
That
you.
is more than half full with vodka. So we pull him out of the pool. We're like, we're going to take you to pizza. You gotta cool down a little before we get you back out to the show. So we bring him into pizza, and I swear, before the waitress comes over, he's going, ground control to Major Tom. I mean, really. But he still woke up. He might have rode in on a luggage cart, but he was there.
Well, we might have had a fender bender on the way there, but it was just a minor accident. Only a few people hospitalized. Insurance covered the whole thing.
Magoo, you did it again.
Victor, thank you, man. Really appreciate you getting up and singing with us tonight. I'll tell you what, I think we have time for one more song. Unless we have more requests on there we didn't get to. I think we got to them all, just about. Tim, I'm going to have to wait on your one. I'm sorry. But, you know, you sang about chimichangas before. And those sounded good, but you kind of badmouthed one of my favorite foods.
So you got to realize I'm a liar. I'm an
Big
absolute
time.
liar. I eat guacamole like there's no tomorrow.
Do you?
A bowl of guacamole is
Well,
not safe around me.
I want you to prove it right now to this crowd.
Let's do it.
I want you to prove your love for guacamole by every time I say the word, you shout it back emphatically.
You got it.
Guacamole!
Guacamole!
He likes guacamole. Not sure he loves it, though. Guacamole!
Guacamole!
I think he loves it. How about you guys? What a fun night it's been on Mulligan's Island. We want to thank you for tuning in. Thanks for your tips on the links you see on your screen. It sure helps keep this show going. How about a big thank you to Michael Charles for sitting in tonight? What a great job he's done. Give it up for Michael Charles, or should I say Miguel Carlos. And how about this guy over here, Rudy B, everybody. I met her at the Mercado. She was buying avocados, and man, she really turned me on. She reached for my pepper, and I grabbed her tomato.
Raunchy.
I knew it wouldn't take very long. She walked up to La Mesa. She picked up some cerveza. So I picked up some onions and limon. And the way she looked at me, man, I could clearly see that it wouldn't take very long. Guacamole!
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 We'd be making guacamole all night long. Guacamole!
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 We'd be making guacamole all night long. Rudy B! Victor, we need your help on this song. Get on up here with us. Is it me, or would Rudy look so hot in a sombrero? She walked up to the line. I fell in right behind. And man, she sure looked good to me. She reached for her money. I said,
Wait a minute, honey!
I believe this one is on me. We got in my pickup. We started to back up. We headed on down the road. We went into her casa.
Had tortillas de masa.
She made guacamole all night long. Guacamole!
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 We were making guacamole all night long. Guacamole!
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 We were making guacamole all night long. Rudy B, one more time.
Do you want chips with that?
Stupid question. Has everybody had a good time tonight?
Woo!
Guacamole!
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 Haciendo guacamole toda la noche. Guacamole!
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 We'd be making
Guacamole all night.
Michael, I couldn't hear those people out there.
We were making chimichangas all night.
Making guacamole all night long. Guacamole!
Chimichangas!
Guacamole!
Chimichangas!
We were making guacamole on chimichangas all night long. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Taylor, so much for handling the audio, the video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Rudy B on guitar, Victor for your guest performance, and Michael Charles, Miguel Carlos. Great job tonight. Go buy his music. Thank you, guys.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.